Obviously, it was probably a tale of three stories, I guess. You know, your competitive nature is, I mean, they're a good little football team. They're well coached. Obviously, when our ones and twos were out there, you know, we handle things like we should. Had one little missed call there. You know, I made a bad call. Actually, a personnel deal. You know, where they thought it was one personnel as another. Made a bad call there, and they popped one out there for, I don't know, 6 or 8 yards there on, I think, the first or second drive. But other than that, the ones were you know, they did what they should have done, and the twos went out there in their totality. When it was all the swarm, they went out there. And we had a couple of plays. I think the rocket sweep popped out maybe one time for 9, and then I think it came out one time for 8. You know, that part of it, I mean, I thought our guys, the thing I was encouraged by, I saw good technique, good eye transfer by those guys that play snap in and snap out. Now, when we got down to some of our younger guys, obviously, you know, those guys actually were on the other field representing Presbyterian College for most of the week. So, you know, it was a little frustrating that they ran a quarterback draw, middle of the field coverage, you know, 6-man, 7-man box there at the end. But that's competitiveness of just the way it is. You know, you got to be competitive. But I thought probably the biggest thing was that you know, from the ones, we tried to create some situation. I don't know if you noticed there in the first, when we put the swarm in, we still put the first group back out there when it got to be 3rd down. Just trying to get some work on pass rush, and it felt like they did a good job with that.
I just feel like the communication was between your guys. You mentioned that might have been the case in some of the last positions.
Yeah, I thought, you know, Gilly and Brewer and Gilly and Hall and D-Mac and Little Man, Hawkins, they did a good job. I mean, they were all on the same page.
Now you can talk about Auburn. Just looking ahead to next week, did you get a chance to watch their game Thursday night?
Well, I got to watch some of that when I got home late, but I got to watch some of it.
Impressions of them?
Pardon me?
Impressions of them?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm only about, what, a couple of months, I guess 12 months removed from seeing them, you know, in the same division. So, you know, I know what kind of players they got. They got very good players. That offensive line's a very good offensive line. Those running backs are talented. The wide receivers are talented just from that. I mean, because those guys are still the same guys they were playing with 2 years ago. You know, obviously the quarterback's new. Big guy can run, and you know, offensively they do a lot of things. I mean, they show you everything you want to see. So we're going to have to have a really good week and be on the same page of making sure that we understand what they're trying to accomplish.